Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to see Java Booleans. Like maybe I'll change it. Java Boolean. So the today topics is Java Booleans. So what is Boolean? Hope you guys remember, right? In data type session or in video, we have seen Boolean data type. There I have mentioned that it holds only two values, true and false. So in very often in any programming, right? Very often in any programming, you will need a data type that can only have one or two values. For example, yes or no, on or off, true or false. So for this, Java has a Boolean data type which can store true or false values. So the variable which are declared as Boolean data type can hold a value either true or false. Let me show you one example. Before that, I'll create you one class file, Boolean examples. Let me add main method, psvm is the shortcut, right? So just type psvm if you are new to this, right? Just type psvm and press tab button. IntelliJ will add you the main method. Let me declare two variable with data type as Boolean. So the syntax is right. Hope you guys remember. If not, you can watch my data type video. There I have explained the syntax for declaring and assigning a value for different data types which are available in Java. So here we are discussing about the Boolean data type, right? So I'm typing Boolean as a data type. Then the variable name is Boolean. Maybe is biryani tasty. The variable name. Then assigning I like biryani, so it's tasty only. So I'm assigning value true. As I mentioned before, this Boolean variable, right? Boolean data type variable can store either true or false. So I'm assigning true. I'll declare one more variable for false as well. Is is what name is mutton curry tasty? Maybe is pizza tasty? And assigning value false because I don't like pizza. I'm taking as false, which is right. It doesn't mean that you need to assign value true only for this variable and false. I'll just for your understanding, I'm declaring a variable like this biryani tasty. I'm assigning value true. You can either declare, you can change it to false as well. It will work. But just for this training purpose, I'm creating two variables for the Boolean data type and assigning value true and false. I'll add some sort to display the variable value to verify that in the output as well. So let me run this and I'll show you the output. You will get to know what I'm saying. So basically, this will return true and false. This is how the Boolean is working in Java. But in real practical, in real project or in program, right? Booleans are most often used in the results of expressions are used to test condition in program. What I'm saying is Booleans are most often the results of expression. Like the value will be not assigned, but it will be derived through the expression and is used to test the condition in programs. Maybe I'll explain you some example so that you will be more clear. Boolean expression. So the Boolean expression returns a Boolean value, return or false, which is useful to build a logic and make decision in program, not only in Java program, in any program. The Boolean data type, I believe it is mostly it is available in all programming language, which is useful to build logic and make decision inside the program logic. For example, you can use a comparison operator such as greater than operator to find out if an expression or a variable is true or false. For example, I am declaring two int variable, int of a, the assigning value as 10. Similarly, I am declaring one more variable, int of b, and assigning value as 9. Adding a sysout statement, there I am telling x variable is greater than y. Sorry, here I added a and b, right? So I'll change it to a and b. So I'm telling a is greater than b. What you are thinking? The a value is 10, b value is 9, right? So the expression says a variable is greater than b, which is whether it is correct or wrong, right? 10, a value is 10, so the b value is 9. So the 10 greater than 9, which is correct, right? So the as per the statement or expression, right, which is correct. So the correct means it is true. So the sysout will display the value true. It is because the expression is correct. The a value is greater than b, which is 10 is greater than 9. So if I run this, we will get the output as true. See, here we got true. I'll just command this to sys out so that you don't get confused with the output statement. I'll just commanding this. So we have only one sys out, which is true. That's what I told you, which is such as greater, right? You can use a comparison operator such as greater than operator to find out if the expression, this is the expression or the variable or a variable is true or false. Maybe I'll add one more sys out for your better understanding. I'll just copy this and paste it below. I'll change the operator, right? Lesser than. In this expression, what we are saying, A is lesser than B. What is the value of A? A is 10, B is 9. So whether the 10 is lesser than B value 9, yes or no? Which is wrong, right? Which is no. A is not a less than B, which is wrong expression. So we get the output as false. Hope you guys, many of you already worked in any program, right? So you are already aware of these things. But if you are new to programming, it will be little. I don't say it's more complicated or difficult thing. It's little difficult. But if you follow my words clearly, you will get it clear. The expression, whether the expression is right or wrong, that's the question. If the expression is right, you will get the return value as true. If the expression is wrong, you will get the return value as false. So in first sort, we are saying A is greater than B, which is correct or wrong, which is correct. So obviously we will get the value is true. Return value is true. But in, the below sort, we have expression A is lesser than B. A value is 10 and B is 9. The expression says A is lesser than B, which is wrong, right? Because A value is greater than B value. So this expression, the second sysout expression is wrong. So the return value is false. I'll add one more sysout. I'll keep equal operator. Tell me whether A is equal to B. Is correct or wrong? Obviously, it is wrong, right? Because A is 10, B value is 9. Both are not same. So the expression says it is equal, both are same, A and B are same. But the value is not same. So the expression is wrong. So we get the output as false. Maybe I'll add it here, false, false. Let me run this and I'll show you the results as well. I'll add it here as well. True. So the first sort should return true and the other two will be false. Let me run this. As expected, we got the first sort return is true. The other two return value is false. Hope you guys clear, right? What I'm saying. So this is how we use Boolean operator in program. Maybe I'll show you with one some real-time example. If I wanted to find right whether the person is having a good mark or bad mark. For example, uh, I am declaring one variable. Uh, telling that Sam is a person whose mark is total mark. Maybe I'll write total mark. Uh, like I got mark as total mark is 350 out of 500. Maybe you'll think it the total mark, right? There are 5 subjects in his class, so he got 350 as a total. After adding all 5 subject mark, he got total mark is 350. I wanted to find whether he got it to good mark or bad mark. Uh, so I'm setting right, adding on sysort as I'm setting on variable like uh, how to tell like if the mark is greater than 400, it means is good mark. So in that case, I'm setting that 400 is a good mark, right? Which is 400. If 350 is greater than 400, 400 is a good mark, right? I'm just telling that I wanted to find whether the Sam is a student name, right? And he got total mark of 350. I want to find whether the Sam total mark is greater than 400, which means is I got good mark. I'm assuming that he got a good mark to find it to tell whether he got greater than 400. So in that case, I'll add it like this. So 350 is his total mark, right? Just adding variable name here. Is Sam total mark is greater than 400. So the expression says Sam total mark is greater than 400. Whether the Sam total mark is greater than 400 or not, it is wrong, right? He got only 350 mark, which is lesser than 400. So obviously we get this sort as false. Let me run this and I'll show you. See, we got the last sort as false. This because Sam total mark is lesser than 400. But the expression says it is greater than 400, which is wrong, right? He got only 350. So he did not get, the expectation is he did not get the good answer, sorry, good mark. The best approach, right? The best approach is to use if-else statement. Maybe many people hearing first time, right? If-else. But if you have already worked in any programming, you already aware what is if-else statement. But if you are new to programming, right, especially to Java or any other programming, you may be getting it for the first time. If-else statement. So the best approach, I just showed you here some example for Boolean type, but mostly we use this type of Boolean expression, right, in the if-else statement, so that we can perform different action depends on the results. It depends on the operation of the return value. Like if it is true, right, we do some certain logic. If it is false, we do specific task. Maybe I'll show you uh, one simple if else statement. But I'm thinking to create a separate video for if else statement just for, or maybe I'll just for small intro. I'll give you small introduction for if else statement. In next video, I'm thinking to create a separate video for if statement alone. So there I will explain you more detail. But for this video, I'll just give you some introduction about if statement. Basically, uh, the if and booleans are both are interlinked. So that's why I am giving you some. Here we mentioned, right, if Sam total mark is greater than 400, we say it is good mark, right? To achieve that, I am declaring one more variable int of good mark. We guys remember, right? The variable name should be in camel case. So I'm just changing to camel case and total mark. Sorry, good mark. Good mark should be greater than 400, right? I'm just saying 400. I'm removing this. I'm telling if Sam total mark is greater than good mark, we say I'll add a sysout saying Sam got good total marks. Else, I'm adding one more sysout saying that Sam got been double quotes, right? Sam got bad mark, bad total marks. So this is how we use Boolean data type. Here, right? This is the expression. This expression will return you either true or false, right? Depends on the value which we are passing to these two variables. So in this example, I am passing 350 for Sam total mark, and for good mark variable, I am passing 400. And I'm checking both the variable and this in if statement. So the if statement, what it will do, it will check both the variable. Like Sam total mark is 350, and adding I am having expression as greater, right? Whether the 350 is greater than good mark, right, which is 400, whether it is true or false. It is false, right? Which means the return value is false. So the first part of if statement will be executed only if it is true. The else portion, right? The else portion will be executed if it is false. So the if statement, in this example, the if statement returns value false. So the else part will be executed and we'll get the output as Sam got bad total mark. Let me execute this and we will see the output. See, as expected, we got Sam got bad total mark. It is because Sam total mark 350 is lesser than good mark. So the expression says Sam total mark is greater than good mark, which is wrong, right? So we got false. In case if Sam got 450, maybe like good, maybe Sam is a good student, so he got 450. And if I'm running this again, the same program, this time we got Sam got good total mark. It is because the expression says Sam total mark is greater than good mark. So now the Sam total mark is 450, right? Which is greater than 400. So the expression says Sam total mark is greater than good mark, which is correct. So the return value is true, and the true part of if statement will be executed. Sam got total mark. That's why this is out is executed, and we got Sam got total marks. Hope you guys clear, right? So that's how we use Boolean data type in Java. I'll explain you. I will show you. I will create. I'm thinking to create a separate video, especially for if statement, if related syntax and examples. But here I just showed you how the Boolean variables are used inside the Java program. Basically, in expression to make a decision whether it is uh, true or false based on the written value from that expression, the logic will be decided. So that's how the Boolean type is used in Java. As usual, we are at the end of video. Uh, I'll ask you one question so that I'll be able to understand whether you have got the point which I have discussed in this video. The question is, how many types of values can hold Boolean data type? I know it's a simple question, but let's see how many of them answering it correctly. The question is, how many types of value can Boolean data type can hold? Please answer this question in comment section. I will correct you in case if you answered it wrong. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a good day. Happy learning.